show yoga. Hey, that was awesome.
Thank you.
So it wasn't a mistake, huh?
Was not.
Cool. I have a song called A Lot of Mistakes. I make them all the time.
Oh, I make my share of mistakes.
Oh, but that
wasn't one of them.
And are you still talking to her?
Yes, actually.
Ah, that's good. That's good. Wow. So
how's
you
everyone?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. It's good to be here.
So do you do a lot of yoga?
No.
Do you do any yoga?
I don't do any yoga at all.
So you're the downward dogs and you're Joe Yoga and you don't do yoga.
It's true. I know it may seem like a paradox, but it's actually not.
So what's the point? Why are you spoofing yoga?
Well, it kind of turned out that way.
Do you have
but
a mat?
When it goes back to like 2005. I was in kind of a conceptual rock band, and we all needed to pick stage names. And I wanted just something that sounded mellifluous and like kind of just rolled off the tongue. So I chose Joe Yoga, and it's also kind of a play on an anagram of my given last name.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of on the shelf for a long time, and then back in like 2008, I started going to these open mics where like everyone used the stage name, and I figured, oh, this is to be a good chance to break out my stage name again. So I did, and then everyone just started calling me that, and it just kind of got out of control. And 5 years later, here we are.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so dying to know his real name now.
I'll never ask. Only if he chooses.
It's on a need-to-know basis.
Okay.
Yeah. So where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Yonkers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So did you know like Mary J. Blige?
No. No. I grew up on the
nice side?
poor white Irish Catholic side of Yonkers.
Did you go to Roosevelt?
No, I went to Florida Prep.
Oh. So you were a prep school boy.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you wear a uniform?
It wasn't a uniform, but it was shirt and tie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
No, you're an Austining.
we wore normal clothes.
Yeah.
You wore like jumpsuits.
Well, back in the 70s, yeah, we probably did.
Yeah, just kidding.
I think I would have ended up going to Groton or Roosevelt if I went to like the Westchester Public School System.
So, when did you start playing guitar? Obviously, you're pretty seasoned in it.
I actually didn't pick up the guitar until about '98. My first instrument was bass. I've been playing bass since I was 13 or 14.
Were you in like a school band or anything?
No, we like garage bands.
Cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good
Wow.
times.
And in Yonkers, did you really play in garages?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They have garages there,
Yeah.
We mainly played. I was playing guitar with a guy named Chris Santiago, and we played in his basement in the Bronx.
I hear rumors that Steven Tyler's from Yonkers. Is it true?
Is that true?
That's what I've heard. I heard he was from Yonkers.
Yonkers
actually has some interesting people.
Yeah, the Locks are from there.
And you gotta say it right, it's Yonkers.
My grandmother,
Yonkers.
I had cousins in Yonkers. Yeah, I used to visit there a lot.
Yeah, I went to school in Pennsylvania for this. It's a whole other story. Briefly, like 2 weeks, I went to college in Pennsylvania, and
Is this a skeleton in the closet?
This is kind of a skeleton in someone else's closet, but
okay.
But when I went there, they loved me, and they were like, Joe from Yonkers, Yonkers this, Yonkers that. That's how I was around campus for 2 weeks. I was Yonkers.
So you were only there for 2 weeks?
I was only there for 2 weeks.
What happened?
That's the skeleton.
That's
Yeah,
skeleton.
that's
Well, it's not
It
really.
is butterscotch pudding day. We got some butterscotch.
Well, I actually have a skeleton in the closet that relates to this room.
Okay, well, whatever you feel like sharing.
Well, because it's actually not my skeleton that caused me. Then I don't.
Did you get kicked out?
No, it was something to do with money.
All right.
Nothing I did, but there was drama happening on some end.
Okay, and that's it. What school
It's
was
just a
it?
story for another time. It's
Yeah.
Gettysburg College.
Oh, all right. But would you have stayed there if did you like the 2 weeks you were there?
I did, yeah.
For 2 weeks.
I did.
I stayed for a whole one semester.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have our school stories, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
oh goodness, yeah.
I know. All right, so back to the skeleton in Otto Shrunken Head.
Oh well, I'm probably dating myself here, but this place used to be called the Pharmacy,
Yeah,
like
it was
years ago.
Pharmacy.
And when I was in high school, this was there was like a handful of bars down here that we could get into in high school that would serve us.
Pharmacy was one.
And Pharmacy was one of them, and I threw up in that corner. Like, it was, you know, what are you gonna do? You're 16, you don't know how to handle something like that.
There was a fire.
So I apologize to whoever had to clean that up that night.
Oh, but the room has been gutted from
Yeah,
a
it's
fire,
true, it's
so
true.
it's probably
It's
okay.
true, but I love the old Pharmacy. That was good. And this is one of the first rooms I started playing in when I started playing in bands down in the city.
Yeah, it's a good room. Otto Shrunken Head. Have a butterscotch to cleanse your mouth of that taste of throw up. Exactly. Yeah.
Come on, like you guys grown up in a bar before.
Exactly. So do you have any gigs coming up?
I'm playing with my band Downward Dogs. We just released an album. We have a show.
Does anyone in the band do yoga?
It's a good question. I don't think it's ever come up.
Does anyone have a mat? You know, like I hate when those people walk around with their mats. You know, it's like, yes, we know you do yoga. I know. It's like, come on. I'm just always like, that's like the rebel in me. Like I'll use a stinky, gross one at the gym just so I don't have to carry one around like a fucking prestigious prick. You know.
You don't want to be that person that's carrying around
I
a
know
yoga
that's
mat.
me, but I know people that are very close to me that will only walk around with the mat. You know, it's like. You know, I know. Exactly.
Well, I guess you can be like.
Either way.
The ones at the yoga studio are probably pretty filthy.
Oh, they're gross.
Yeah.
They're totally gross.
So I can relate to a certain extent.
Yeah, but are you germ phobic?
No,
I'm not
really.
either.
No.
I'm not at all. Like
I was one of those kids that played in dirt as a kid, and so I credit my immune system to that.
Yeah, dirt's good for you. Exactly.
It's true. You expose yourself to all sorts of manner of germs as a kid.
Exactly.
You're healthy growing up.
I know. George Carlin, I mean, have you heard his germ thing?
Yeah.
He's my guy. I'll just pray to him anyway. So, all right. So when's your gigs?
Fifth Estate in Gowanus on Fifth Avenue.
Gowanus is like the new black, isn't it?
Something like that. There was some rave over there the other day, and these kids got
Gowanus is
poisoned.
like the chic place.
But yeah, but
what?
Fifth Estate on Fifth Avenue, Friday at 11, and Spike Hill next Sunday the 30th. Yeah.
All right.
And then we're playing Sidewalk in October.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's your website? How do people find you?
DownwardDogs.com or MrJoeYoga.com.
And how long has Downward Dogs been in effect?
We started playing last January, so about almost 2 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you're loving it?
I love it. It's the best band I've ever been in.
Oh,
They're great.
that's how it's supposed to be. Whenever
Yeah.
you're in a new band, it's
Yeah.
your best band.
Mhm.
But everyone's like a helpful character in the. How many people?
It's a 5-piece. It's myself on guitar, Bill Chambers on bass, Ryan O'Toole on drums, and then I have a horn section.
Wow.
Blair Frowner on tenor sax, and Zach Huckelbauer on trumpet.
Wow. And
Yeah.
all 5 do every show?
All 5 do every show.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's like, 5. I wonder how 5 relates to yoga. I'm sure it does. Like, the pentacle or some kind of like. There's got to be a 5-point pose that you all have to do together.
What I really should have done is come up with some really contrived thing before I came on the show, but maybe for next time.
Oh, good. So we would love to have you back. Do you have any last shout-outs? Anything you'd like to?
I want to shout out to Frank Boone, who gave me my first show here in Otto's, and also to Kelly Dwyer and the rest of Kill the Band, my other band, who are so supportive of everything I do.
How nice is that? Well, thank you so much, and come back anytime.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. All right, we'll be back with more on this day for rew-who.